Good morning, students. Follow the precautionary measures. Be safe at home against COVID-19. Welcome to video classes conducted by Eva, myself Gaurima. Today, let me begin my first day with Social Studies, History class, 9th grade, first lesson, Christianity and Islam. From ancient days, we have observed the birth and development of various religions like Hinduism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, Buddhism and others. These religions were all originated in various centuries before Common Era itself. I want to ask you, who are called Jains, children? Jains are the follower of Mahavira. Their religion is known as Jainism. The people who follow the teachings of Gautam Buddha are known as Buddhists. Their religion is Buddhism. The people who follow the teachings of Zoroaster, they are known as Parsi people or Jews. Their religion is Zoroastrianism, and Zend-Avesta is the holy book of Zoroastrianism. Which is the holy book of Hinduism? Bhagavad Gita is the holy book of Hinduism. Now today we are going to learn more about Christianity and Islam. All the various other religions, what is mentioned now, they were all originated before Common Era. But these two religions, that is Christianity and Islam, were originated after 1st century. Christianity and Islam were established after 1st century. But they were popularized all over the world. Now, before pondering into Islam, let us learn more about Christianity. One more thing I just want to suggest to children. Christianity and Islam are called as Semitic religion. Both were called Semitic religions. Both were called Semitic religions. What do you mean by Semitic? Semitic means the people who belongs to Middle East. They are known as Semitic races. Who are the people who belongs to Semitic races? Arabs, Jews. Those are the people who belongs to Middle East. They are known as Semitic races. For that reason, these both religion, Christianity and Islam, they were originated in Central Asia. That is Middle East place. For that reason, these two religions are known as Semitic religions. Now, you know very well, this is very important. You may expect for MCQ. Which are the two religions known as Semitic religions? Answer, as I have mentioned here, Christianity and Islam are called Semitic religions. Where they are originated? These two religions basically originated in Central Asia. What is the similarity between these two religions, that is Christianity and Islam? The similarity is both these two religions were originated in Central Asia. This is the similarity what you find in Christianity and Islam, and these two religions are known as Semitic religions. So MCQ point of view, you have to keep in your mind which two religions are known as Semitic religions and where they are originated. So note down the points, children. Next class we will come back. Let me come back to you next class. Thank you. Welcome back to Social Studies visual classes. This is my second social history class regarding the lesson Christianity and Islam. Before going deep into the lesson, let us have a small recap. Last class we had learned that Christianity and Islam are the two Semitic religions. They are originated in Central Asia. Now, today in this class, let us know more about Christianity. Let us learn about Christianity. As you know, Jesus Christ is the founder of Christianity. Christianity was established in a place called Palestine. Palestine is a province which belongs to the Roman Empire. The Jews there, and the people were in misery, and in the society, the people were very, their day-to-day matter were very hard due to the misrule of Romans. At this situation, the arrival of Jesus Christ started, and this is the time where he founded Christianity. Jesus Christ is the founder of Christianity. He was born to a poor family. Poor couple, Joseph and Mary. He was born in a place called as Bethlehem. It is in Jerusalem. It is a small province which belongs to Jerusalem. And Jesus did not have any education during his childhood, but he had religious knowledge due to his extraordinary intelligence. He had religious knowledge due to his extraordinary intelligence. This made him very popular. Jesus, at the age of 30, he was baptized by a person called John. John is a person who baptized Jesus Christ. After baptism, Jesus Christ started preaching his teachings. Jesus Christ started preaching his teachings to the people. And also he started helping the people who were in misery. He started helping the people who were in misery, and also he started the people who are the poor people. He started to help them through his divine teaching. Through his divine teaching, he made the people strong. So most of the people got attracted towards his preaching, and they became the followers of Jesus Christ. And people started calling Jesus Christ as Messiah. Messiah means the Savior of God. He is a godly man. He is a God messenger who has come to help the needy people. That is what people started thinking, and most of them, they started following Christianity. In this way, Christianity was popularized. At that situation, in Rome, a priestly group of people, Jews, they did not like the teachings of Jesus Christ. They complained to the governor of Rome. At that situation, trials were made, and lastly Jesus was punished. He was punished. He was taken to the hillocks of Golgotha, and he was crucified on Friday on a cross. He was crucified on a cross on Friday. So only this day, Friday, was observed as Good Friday by the Christians. It is observed as a Good Friday by the Christians. Jesus had 12 disciples. The 12 disciples were called as apostles. Among them, Saint Peter was the very important person. He was one of the important apostles. This one you have to remember, children. Jesus had 12 disciples. His disciples were called as apostles, and Saint Peter is the first apostle among the disciples. That one you have to keep in your mind. And today what we have learned? Christianity was established first in Palestine. Jesus Christ was the founder of Christianity. Jesus was born in the place called Bethlehem. Jesus was baptized by John. Jesus was called Messiah. Messiah means God's messenger or godly man. The 12 disciples of Jesus were called apostles, and important among them was Saint Peter, and Jesus was crucified on the hillocks of Golgotha. So next class, let us learn more about teachings of Jesus Christ, spread of Christianity, and so on. Thank you, children. Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes, visual classes, 9th grade, history, first chapter, Christianity and Islam. Before going further, let us have a small recap. What we learned last class. This is my third class, right? In first and second class, what we have learned, let us have a small recap. So we learned that Christianity was first established in Palestine. The Jews who were present in Palestine, they were practicing superstitious belief. They used to follow superstitious practices. Their life went very hard, and because of the misrule of the Roman emperor, their life became very critical. At this situation, the arrival of Jesus Christ took place, and also the foundation for Christianity religion were put forward. And also we know the early life of Jesus Christ. We learned that Jesus was born in the place called as Bethlehem to the parents Mary and Joseph. He had great religious knowledge because of his extraordinary intelligence. At the age of 30, Jesus was baptized by a person called John. After baptism, he started preaching his teachings to the common man. Jesus Christ's teachings were in simple terms. Even the common man, local people also can understand easily. He also started serving the people who were in distress. Now, in this class, let us know more about Jesus Christ's teachings. Let us learn. You know very well, Jesus Christ's teachings were in simple terms, simple language. All of them can understand easily. Now, we are going to learn what are the values hidden in his teachings. What is the virtues we learn from his teachings. So, Jesus Christ told that God is one. He is very merciful. He is the creator of the whole universe. Serving the people who are in distress is equal to worshipping the God. Also, one should serve others without expecting anything from them. And also he told, love your enemy. Also be good to the people who tries to harm you. And also he told one should develop brotherhood feelings about others. Let us learn. God is one. He is merciful. He is the creator of the universe. One should develop brotherhood feelings about others. Loving the people who are in distress is equal to worshipping God. Serve others without expecting anything. If one repents his mistakes, God will forgive him. Love your enemy. Do good to the people who tries to harm you. These are the virtues which is hidden in his teachings. When Jesus Christ was alive, he entrusted his work to his 12 disciples. The 12 disciples of Jesus Christ were called as apostles. Saint Peter is one of the important main apostle among them. So he entrusted his teachings to spread to other part of the world to his disciples, to his apostles, to the apostles, and also he ordered them to serve the people who are in misery. After crucifixion of Jesus, the 12 disciples, they started spreading the knowledge of teachings and knowledge of Jesus Christ to other people. Saint Peter, he established a church in Rome. Later on, this church became the religious center. Even today, this church became the religious centers for all the Catholics. He sent missionaries to spread Christianity and also to spread Jesus Christ's teachings to other part of the countries. So missionaries traveled in and around other corners of the world. They started spreading Christianity. They started spreading Jesus Christ's teachings. At that time, at that situation, in Rome, at first, Roman emperor he kept quiet. He did not do any obstacles. He did not put forth any obstacles to stop the missionaries' work. But later on, some people, one group of priestly class, there was some people liked Jesus Christ's teaching, some disliked it. At that situation, many obstacles came towards the missionaries, but they did not stop. They continued their work. Later on, Roman Emperor Constantine, he is the emperor who he announced that he considered Christianity as the national religion. So Christianity
became the national religion of Roman state. This was who was the emperor who accepted Christianity as the national religion? Constantine. This is very important. Constantine is the emperor who accepted Christianity as the national religion. After this, Christianity became more popular not only in Rome, even in Greece, Macedonia, and in South Asia and other parts. Like this, Christianity spread all over other countries of the world. Now, let us learn about contributions of Christianity to the society. Education centers were established by churches and missionaries, which led to the growth of education to people. You know very well, education is the key plays an important role for the improvement of the knowledge. They came to know missionaries, so they gave more prominence for education. Lot of education centers, many more education centers were established by the missionaries and churches, which led to the growth of education to the people. And also, Christianity has introduced Gothic style of architecture. What do you mean? Have you seen the churches, children? Outside the church, what will be can you see the structure of the church, what they built? That special style of architecture is called as Gothic style of architecture. So, wherever if you see church, everything with the outside structure of the church, the building will be in the same shape, right? It will be unique. This style is called as Gothic style of architecture. This is the word Christianity has introduced, Gothic style of architecture. Women and weaker sections were benefited by the education. They brought qualitative changes in the societies. Christianity brought lot of qualitative changes in the society. This is the contributions of Christianity to the society. And also you have two sects in the Christianity. One is Catholic and Protestants. Catholic and Protestants are the two sects in Christianity. So what we learned until now? We learned Christianity is the religion of Christians. Really, the people who follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, they were called as Christians. Bible is the holy book of Christianity. Jesus Christ is the founder of Christianity. And also we learned until now early life of Jesus Christ, then teachings of Jesus Christ, contribution of Christianity to the society. Next class, we will learn more about Islamic religion. Until then, let us wind up. Thank you.